Hello. Today is May 21st. I'm coming to you with like simple updates. We're on Fair, which is like a wholesale site. I am trying to do everything in my power to try to get more online sales. I think I might have mentioned it in the last video, but like essentially I want to try to focus more on online sales versus like stressing myself out trying to go to pop-ups. And don't get me wrong, I love going to the pop-ups. They've been ton of fun. They've been a ton of fun. They've been great for us. You know, we made money off of them, but at the same time, my mom was like, it's probably better to focus on online sales just so you won't have to worry about fees and like making all that money back and yada yada yada. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So the first thing I tried when I was trying to do this whole thing is that Kim and I were like, we need to actually post more on social media because we post very irregularly. So I'm going to try to like plan out posts as I can, particularly probably more so to like stories, maybe reels. I'm not like crazy about reels, but like maybe more so stories, that type of thing. Just trying to use stories as like giving updates. We also have.
You're not on camera, are you?
Yes, I am on camera. But I also made little info cards of just like talking more about some of the inspiration and the names like behind some of our candles. Just like, did you know that Orion's belt is based off of a Greek god, but is also a constellation? You get what I'm saying? So I have some of those. I'm posting them like every other day, not necessarily like every day. And then as I mentioned earlier, we're also on Fair. So Fair is wholesale. I'm trying to get us some wholesale sales. Does that make sense? Only because I feel like most of the people who go to this particular site that I'm referring to called fair.com, are like boutiques or like people who own their own like small business retail stores. So the lighting was better over here. Okay. Retail stores. So I'm hoping that essentially like it would be like they would buy our candles so they could sell them, but also it'd be kind of like getting our name out there, you know? Because I feel like if people like see our candles in the store and they like it, it's kind of like free promo, I think. Well, free promo. I was a little bit worried only because like at first when you make an account, a seller account, they have to like approve you. But I got approved like the next day after applying. And then I started making my store. And then they were like, okay, well, we need to like approve your store now that it's set up. And I was like, oh, that might take some time. But then like literally that same day, they also approved that. So we're good. We're up and going. We're going to be in like a weekly newsletter of theirs. So like hopefully people check us out, see what we think, see what they think. Sorry. And besides that, that's really been it. I made a Facebook ad, but I did it like really cheap for like $40 or something like that. Yeah. Just that's pretty much it. Just trying to like do Facebook ads, and I really don't even know if we got any traffic on it. I haven't checked it. Just because one, I didn't pour that much money into it, so I know like if you pour like really the average is supposed to be something along the lines of like $200, and I was like, I ain't got $200 for advertising. So it might just be a matter of like doing something else until we get enough money. But I was also like, I'm gonna be 100% real. I was like, I still am kind of like insecure about some aspects of my business. And when I say that, I mean the fact of like, I feel like we're not necessarily like super aesthetic, like compared to like a lot of the candle businesses that I see. Like they have a certain type of like pictures and backgrounds, or everything looks like really clean and organized, and it might be like, oh, here's it against a clean background or on a blanket or like with books. And I was like, I feel like whenever I try to take pictures or even just like my house in general is not really that aesthetic. So I feel kind of insecure because I was like, I feel like whenever we post something, we don't look like the other companies out there. So it makes me feel kind of insecure because I'm like, people won't care about us if we don't look good, you know? So I don't know. But like one of my friends was like, well, you're not trying to appeal to people who buy candles just for the sake of the aesthetic. You're trying to appeal to people who buy candles for the smell of it. And I was like, that's true. But I feel like a lot of people nowadays low-key buy candles for the aesthetic. Like, and I never underestimate the power of aesthetics. So I feel like people buy candles just for the sake of it looking nice in their home. So like based off of how it looks. And granted, there's no way to like communicate how a candle smells really until it's like in front of you. Like you have it in your hands, because you could buy like someone, it's true you could describe how the candle smells, but like if the candle doesn't smell strong, then what's the point? So I was like, it's really just up to the customer and how strong they feel the candle smells at the end of the day. But I don't know. I was like, the number of people I know that buy the like those like ones that look like the like female body are super popular. People buy those mostly for the aesthetics. So I was kind of like, oh no, I don't know. Definitely feel like I could have chased some trends and I didn't. Still could maybe, but I was like, I don't know. It's just like not really what I want to do in my heart of hearts. But at the end of the day, I also do want like the business to do well. And like my friend was also like, oh, well, you're still in like year one. You're not even done with year one. And she was like, a lot of businesses, it takes them years before they can take off. And I was like, that's true. But also, I don't know. I just feel like I don't even know how to describe it. I don't. I don't know. I just feel like maybe I'm comparing myself to like others too much, only because I'm like, I see so many other people who are like packaging my orders and like taking inventory and all this stuff and making candles, and they'll be like, yeah, I started last year. And like a lot of these businesses that are really taking off, I'm looking at their videos and they started 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, like around the time we started. And I'm like, they're doing way better than what we're doing. But I'm trying to like reel myself in and not feel like super insecure anymore. Besides that, I am working on something new. I don't remember how much, if I posted it, I might talk about it a little bit, but it's a metal tin. So I will say that like I'm going to be messing around with something new instead of kind of doing glass jars that are easy to break. I did get suggestions, particularly from my dad. I remember him pointing it out to me, of getting these sort of metal tins instead of glass jars, only because like when it comes to shipping, it might be easier to ship out. So I was like, okay, I know other candle makers do have like tin options. My thing was I wanted to be a little bit up on the bougier side, where I was like, I want something really cute. Found something really cute, but it was also like really pricey. I'm not gonna expose where I was looking, but if you know, you know. Just know that they were going to be like, it was like, I found ones that were in color, because most of the time when you find tints, you either find them in like silver or black or gold, rose gold kind of colors. Like you don't really find colors. So I found these blue ones, I found some yellow ones, and I want some pink ones, but the pink ones are sold out. And I'm trying to get my summer collection out there, so fingers crossed, hopefully this works out. Yeah, but I'm also gonna try to pretty much like after this record. I gotta re-record so many different times. Can you tell how much I love social media? But I'm gonna try to like re-record this update and try to break it up into videos on my phone and try to post them to social media, so that way they can be stories. and be the correct size, because you know it has to be like vertical instead of horizontal. Social media is so much fun, bro. I'm like trying to be more active lately, so like, you know, we'll see how that goes. I'm probably gonna look up some sort of like programs or something. I know that there's like various things that you can use to like schedule posts. I'm definitely like, yeah, I'm scheduling some posts because look, I'm not known for my consistency, as you can see. So I might just have days where I record a bunch of stuff and then just schedule posts. So that's where I'm at now. I'm gonna try to make some candles. I'm going to try to make the ones I really want to make. The ones that I really want to make. So I have 1 cent, but it requires the pink tins that are sold out, so I have to wait for them to be back in stock. I have no idea when they're going to be back in stock, so I'm literally been checking like every other day to be like, is it back in stock? No. Okay. And then the yellow jars that I have are sold out of the scent that I really want, and they're like, it's not coming back till June, and I'm like, do I really want to wait that long? Do I really want to wait that long? Do I really want to wait that long? The other option I was thinking about doing is just buying a ton of like little ones until I get the amount that I need, but I don't know. I feel like that might not work out. So we'll see. Because I was like, they're not restocking until June, and I'm trying to get these candles out by June. Like the whole collection. Again, shows you how much I plan ahead for stuff. So that's where I'm at right now. The only thing left really to plan after this, because honestly, I like made a calendar to plan out all the releases we want to do for the rest of the year. And also next year, which next year has me a bit nervous, but for now, I should be okay, unless I want to plan a Christmas thing, which last year we really didn't do anything for Christmas. This year, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do something for Christmas, because I'm like, if I do something for Christmas, I have to start like making that by like Halloween, maybe even before Halloween. So I'm like making summer stuff now, and I'm also like, I need to make Halloween stuff like now, or fall stuff. Well, see, I still have fall stuff from last year, so like we're okay. But I kind of want to do like Halloween. Well, someone suggested me doing specifically like Halloween focused stuff versus like just the season of autumn, which like I think don't get me wrong, I think it's a great idea. I'm just like, I don't feel passionately about Halloween, so like I was kind of like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know, because I know like last fall, like no one cared about buying candles normally, because usually like fall and winter is like candle season, and then like spring and summer kind of goes down a bit. But yeah, so I don't know. I was like, last year people really weren't feeling it, but I was like, last year we were also in like, and still kind of are in like a global pandemic, so like it made sense. But I'm also like, are people gonna care this year? Who knows? I might try to see if I can like feel out how people are feeling. Like, if we do like a fall thing, are y'all really gonna care or what? So yeah, I'm ranting now. I'm blabbering on and on. I'm just gonna like go ahead and cut stop the video. Yeah.